All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jalen Perkins, and I'm this year's Associated Student Government Student Body President. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gregory Crawford. I believe that I speak for the entire cabinet and student Senate body of ASG when I say that we are honored to have such a president as Dr. Crawford. We're honored to witness someone so dedicated to student success, to holding our university accountable, and someone so transparent about every move that he makes as university president. Before this year, I viewed President Crawford as someone who wasn't afraid to say when we've missed the mark as the university, as confidently as when he speaks on the accomplishments of the university. This energy has not changed as my position has changed. I'm amazed every time when he comes forward with new ideas, starting with a 2020 plan, boldly creative, and whatever will come next. I'm blown away at his innovativeness that he employs every day in his role with his cabinet, and his continued question of how do we become the template, and how do we continue to be the school that other schools look forward to as we combat the biggest problems facing higher education. We are so honored to have someone so forward-thinking and dedicated to having Miami be pushed to the next level and not stopping when that next level is reached. I know the ideas that Dr. Crawford has and the vision that he sees for Miami University will have effects that will outlast all of our times at Miami University. And I'm so grateful to be able to work alongside someone so passionate about higher education as Dr. Crawford. I look forward to seeing the continued change and advancement that Dr. Crawford will bring to the university, that he will see and for the future and after we are all gone. And now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce University President, Dr. Gregory Crawford.
I wish my mom and dad were here to listen to that. My mom would have liked it, and my dad would have believed it. Well, thank you, Jalen, for the kind introduction. I am grateful for your leadership and service to Miami University. It has been a privilege to work with you and your associated government team. Welcome, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, exceptional students, extraordinary loyal alumni, and valued stakeholders and partners to our Miami 2019 State of the University Address. It is great to have you with us here or in cyberspace. After 3 years on the job, Renata and I feel so fortunate to be a part of this incredible institution, full of passionate and committed students, faculty, staff, and alums. It has been another outstanding year for Miami University. We have advanced our mission and purpose in powerful ways, accelerated by a bold strategic plan created by our community. We also made significant and targeted investments in the academy. In this dynamic time, the world is full of uncertainties, but I am certain of one thing. I have never seen any other university so committed to the student experience. We stand here on the most beautiful campus that ever there was, but the real beauty and distinctiveness of this place is its people. Each day, I see tangible examples of our students, faculty, staff, and alumni living out love and honor through their studies, their teaching, scholarship, work, and outreach. And before I discuss the future, let me start with a celebration of this past year. Thank you to all the community members who have shaped and transformed Miami University. These individuals live out core values, embrace our mission, elevate our purpose, and uplift our community. And here are a few examples. We had another year of strong research results, the second year in a row above $24 million in sponsored research. For example, chemistry professor Ellen Yazierski received a $1.9 million National Science Foundation grant to help high school chemistry teachers elevate their teaching methods. Our faculty placed their scholarship with some of the most prestigious publishing houses in the world, such as Johns Hopkins University Press, Yale University Press, and the University of Pennsylvania Press. Several prestigious publications covering the scholarship of classics professor Steve Tuck to discover where survivors settled who fled Mount Vesuvius in Pompeii. And our students also publish. Creative Writing, Classical Humanities, and Women and Gender Sexuality Studies 2019 graduate Hannah Clark published Scapegracers and 2 sequels. Our chemical, paper, and bioengineering professor, Andrew Jones, and his lab have discovered a rapid way to produce the psychedelic drug found in mushroom that show great promise for treating depression and addiction. Junior Lexi Adams was lead author on a peer-reviewed publication in the Journal of Metabolic Engineering. And we named the John W. Altman Institute for Entrepreneurship through the generosity of our esteemed alum and Board of Trustee Emeritus. Director Tim Holcomb led the institute to its highest national ranking ever, 7th among public institutions. More than 4,200 students from nearly 100 majors took an entrepreneurship course this past year. 2 recent alums and winners of our campus competitions, Christy Curry and Camilla Dotson, and seniors Laura Mena and Andrew Newman, were named top entrepreneurs under age 25 in the Cincinnati area. Dr. Valerie Robinson, Assistant Dean for Graduate Admissions, co-taught a Truth and Reconciliation Project graduate seminar with Family Science and Social Work Professor Anthony James that focused on memorializing lynchings in the 1800s, including 2 in Oxford. Funded by our Office of Research and Scholarship, they and their students presented their work at the 2019 Civil Rights Conference. And this was a big year for the Men's Glee Club and its leader. Generous alums Lee and Rosemary Fisher created the endowed Fisher-Holiviak Director of the Glee Club, to be held by Professor of Music Jeremy Jones. And we also celebrated as Miami's Glee Club traveled to Rome to perform for the Vatican. Miami Regionals launched an exciting program led by the commitment of Dr. Pete Haverkos, Senior Assistant Dean of Student and Academic Success, Mr. Randy Thomas, Director of Institutional Relations, and Butler County State Senator Bill Coley. Students in any major in the Work Plus program are employed part-time by a local company, earn a salary, and the employer pays off their tuition. It is a debt-free experiential learning education. And thank you to our partners, DeKunik of North America, the Fisher Group, Butler County Region Transit Authority, and ThyssenKrupp Bilstein of America. And thank you to the City of Hamilton leadership for your incredible support of our Work Plus program at the regionals. Our students continue to seek excellence in all they do. They come to Miami not just to learn what's known, but to be creators of knowledge. Last year, more than 3,000 students participated in research across all of our colleges. 2 seniors, chemical engineering major Rachel Ollier and physics and geology double major Rosie Reese, won scholarships from the Astronaut Scholarship Foundation for their cumulative academic record and research. And our students are also community leaders. This past year, our students performed 40,000 hours of community service. They have great hearts, they have great minds, and a passion to uplift others through their service. One example, Miami's Geography Department opened an additional classroom for volunteers because so many students, faculty, and staff wanted to assist with the mapathon of the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian struck. And Miami's reputation continues to advance nationally. Our U.S. News and World Report ranking climbed to number 39 among public universities and number 91 overall. That puts us in the top quartile of all national universities. We remain in the top 3 committed to undergraduate education and teaching among publics, the heart of our mission. And such success is only possible through the support and accomplishments of our faculty, our students, staff, alumni, and the leadership of our Board of Trustees. Our board was recently recognized with the John W. Nason Award for Board Excellence from AGB. And to sustain and enhance our position this year, we saw aggressive development and the launch of new programs and degrees in data science and analytics, organizational leadership, esports, and medical humanities. We launched a new department, Interactive Media Studies, and the new Western Center for Social Impact and Innovation. Last November, our ROTC students, alumni veterans, Congressman and Army veteran Warren Davidson, and Emma Watt, theater and religious major and president of Miami Students Veterans Association, helped us dedicate the Miami University Alumni Veterans Tribute. The tribute honors all who have served or currently serve in support of freedom and democracy. It is a testament to their courage, sacrifice, and service to our nation, and we are grateful to the generosity of the donors who created that tribute. And our decade-long sustainability efforts at Miami are bearing fruit. Today, we find ourselves leading the way as we consume less energy per square foot than our peer institutions. We have cut carbon emissions from energy usage 45% per gross square foot. We no longer burn coal, and we have 29 LEED certified buildings. The Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Ed awarded Miami the first gold rating for our efforts, and Princeton Review gave Miami Green College score 96 out of 99. We will continue to advance. Our Sustainability Committee is finalizing a plan to achieve carbon neutrality and accelerate our national leadership position in this area. And our work in Columbus continues to advance. Our new governor, the Honorable Mike DeWine, class of 1969, and his team have a bold vision for Ohio. They have embraced higher education and made new investment in Ohio institutions. They have prioritized advancing a talented workforce and entrepreneurship to propel Ohio's economy. They have also identified areas aligned with our own research in education, STEM, water, and addiction. I thank the state leadership for their support of our mission as we work together to advance this great state. This past year, 125 Government Relations Network students from 65 different majors participated in over 500 visits with elected state officials in Columbus to advocate for higher education and convey Miami's contributions to the state of Ohio. And next Tuesday will be the largest State House Advocacy Day in university history, with more than 100 students, faculty, alumni, and staff will participate in our Takeover State House Day. Our Division of Student Life continues to lead locally and nationally. They have invested in improving health, wellness, and safety programs of our students. Student Life was selected for 2 national opportunities to help assess and enhance prevention and response related to sexual and interpersonal violence. And Miami University won a 3-year Department of Justice grant to fund a program coordinator in student wellness and a second full-time support specialist for our partner, Women Helping Women. We continue to focus on mental health resources for our students. Since 2016, we have added 6 counselors to the Student Counseling Services staff and improved access to psychiatry through our partnership with TriHealth. As of this past week, there is no wait list for the first appointment. This is a great leap forward for Miami. At the suggestion of ASG, we launched Campus Cares, making our counseling staff available on a drop-in basis for short conversation at spots around campus. And Student Life has taken major steps to implement recommendations in the Honoring Fraternity Report. Among significant changes, fraternities that house sophomores must now have a full-time live-in house advisor. Academic standards are higher for individuals and average chapter GPAs. And the leadership program is required for all fraternity and sorority members, not just the officers. Student Life also focuses on our inclusive excellence strategy. Every one of our incoming students completed a new online course on diversity, equity, and inclusion. To follow up, they participated in facilitated conversations through the UNV, or First Year Experience course. This year, we invested in renovated and expanded space for the Center for Student Diversity and Inclusion in the Armstrong Student Center. And finally, a big congratulations to our Miami Redhawks. They won the Mid-American Athletic Conference Awards, the Jacoby and Reese for women's and men's sports, both in the same year for the first time in Miami's history. They won the Carol Cartwright Award for athletic success while demonstrating academic excellence, volunteerism, and good citizenship. It is the first time in MAC history that a school has won all 3 awards in the same year. Red Hawks engage campus on so many fronts, hiring and developing student interns, extensive collaborations with our College of Education, Health, and Society, and honoring those on campus with a passion for community, diversity, and inclusive excellence. What a year it has been. We celebrated our 50th anniversary of Luxembourg with more than 700 Miami alumni making the trip. We celebrated our 50th anniversary of the Interdisciplinary Institute for Environment and Sustainability. We won the Abernathy International Town Gown Award with the City of Oxford for building a healthy community. And we were honored with the prestigious Simon Award for our international efforts. We were awarded the Opportunities for Ohioans with Disability Employer Partner of Inclusive Gold Award. And Miami alum and trustee Mike Armstrong was honored by CASE for higher education philanthropy. Miami Orchestra took over Music Hall in Cincinnati, premiering Professor Glenn Roger Davis's Concerto in F. And keep a lookout for the upcoming article on clinical lecturer of educational psychology, Professor Ashley Johnson, in Ohio Magazine on her work on inclusive and socially just practices. I wish I had time to cite the accomplishments of each member of our community. Thanks to all of you for an incredible year. Let me now pivot to the future. We have much to look forward to at Miami, even in the face of challenges and headwinds facing higher education and our state and nation overall. We are in the midst of massive, accelerated change, unprecedented in human history, the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Artificial intelligence and algorithms, advanced materials and nanocircuits, and rapid prototyping are empowering advances from sustainable energy and carbon footprint reduction to biotechnologies, proteomics, genomics, neuroscience, and personalized medicine. It is difficult to predict the future, but we know it will not look anything like the present or past. In this dynamic environment, universities, like all other organizations, must adapt to thrive. That is what we are doing at Miami. Higher education is about ensuring that students are ready for successful and satisfying lives and careers. Modern university graduates will live and work in a radically different environment than the one in which most educational structures were built. The future and the university's role in it provoke impassioned debate these days. You have seen the headlines. Will 85% of the 2030 workforce really be in jobs that don't exist today? Will 25% of jobs be lost to robots and machines? Will online and remote education replace brick and mortar campuses like online shopping has impacted retail? And will half of all universities fail before 2030? Amid the debate, there is a consensus on key issues that will define our future. The world will be more connected. Transdisciplinary analytics and critical thinking will be more vital. Communities will be more sustainable, and there will be more robots, algorithms, and technology, more disruption and change in our lives and markets. And dialogue will be more intense. Sharply divergent ideas will require great individual character and interpersonal skills to achieve cooperation, synthesis, and peace. We must transform the way we deliver education and provide opportunity. We need more experiential learning and more transdisciplinary and boundaryless education to prepare graduates for this dynamic world. We need more continuous learning across life for jobs that are no longer blue-collar or white-collar, but new-collar. And we must be agents of change, not its victims. Miami is well positioned for this future. through our creativity, imagination, agility, broad curriculum, and our forward-thinking culture. Today, I want to talk about 3 ways we are creating our future. First, how we are building a dynamically poised institution. Second, how we are working across the campus to implement our strategic vision for the future. And third, our push to create a transformative university that ties our vision together. First, a dynamically poised institution. We have become a more agile institution. We are ready to embrace change, to move past, to pivot in new directions when needed, and to retain our position of leadership in the academy. We will do this without abandoning the core traditional values that make Miami special. We have developed a 6-fold strategy: agility-focused budgeting for fast response to emerging financial challenges, change-focused investment to steer significant resources where they can make the most impact, academic-focused philanthropy to elevate our resources for student need and scholarship, future-focused leadership readiness to prepare our talented faculty and staff for challenges of academic leadership, pool-focused partnership-oriented innovation that brings others' intellectual property to campus for development by our faculty and students, and finally, continuously focused planning so that we are always developing strategy, not just once every 5 years. Let me comment on a few of these areas. In July, we implemented an agility-focused budget and resource distribution model aimed at 5 years, but constantly reviewed. The plan reduces spending, capitalizes on efficiencies and productivity, and redirects those resources to our top priorities: our students, faculty, and staff. This budget model is not only about money, it's not replacing our RCM budget model. Rather, it will direct our resources to accomplish top priorities, enhance our mission, and fulfill our purpose. Aligning our budget with our priorities is vital in an environment where bold investment in new evolving academic disciplines must happen more frequently. We must either keep pace with change driven by the digital revolution or risk losing our relevance. Our units must continuously discern what is working and what is not, what is becoming obsolete and what is emerging, and our resource limits are real. We cannot do everything, but we can be premier in areas critical to our mission. It will not always be easy, but this rapid response to new opportunities will keep us ahead of our competition and at the forefront of the national conversations. As we press forward with agile budgeting, we will undertake 2 major reviews. The strategic plan calls for us to review our programs. The Provost's office will lead this initiative in the coming year. And also, I have charged our Chief Financial Officer to scrutinize campus operations. We must find new ways of operating, including considering centralized versus non-centralized operations when it makes sense, and leveraging technology to perform day-to-day tasks. While we pursue prudent budgeting strategies, we must also grow our resources to advance our mission. This combination of creating efficiencies, reallocation of resources, and investing in new academic areas and improving revenue will create a powerful momentum, launching us on the path toward our future. To achieve that, we are making change-focused investments, large enough new investments to make us world-class in selected fields. We are redirecting resources to build on and sustain a $50 million Boldly Creative Investment Fund that is already supporting new initiatives in health, data and analytics, and robotics and automation. Smaller seed investments have been made in a new +1 master's program in business management for graduates without a formal business education, esports curriculum, certificate programs for continuous learning, and cybersecurity. We mean to make this fund a permanent feature of Miami, supporting great initiatives and big ideas that advance the university's academic mission. Our faculty generate the ideas that bolster areas of strength or move us in new directions, generate interest and therefore new resources, and are sustainable in the long run. We have expanded our focus on innovation, meaning value creation. This new pool-focused approach is very different from the conventional tech transfer model. Rather than only pushing out university-based ideas to others to develop, co-develop, or license, our forward-looking approach also pulls ideas from outside into the university. We will utilize our robust intellectual infrastructure, creativity, and value creation ecosystem to leverage ideas from partners to create societal benefit. Our partners already include area industries and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. These collaborations will provide both enhanced opportunities for our students and faculty and possible new resources for growth and reinvestment. These are a few ways that Miami is poised for dynamic change. We will elevate our strengths through strategic funding, eliminate resource demands that are not future-focused or mission-critical, partner to enrich the pool of ideas, and move into the future with a powerful competitive advantage. Secondly, our new strategic plan. Last year, Julia Gashard, professor and chair of theater, and Bob Applebaum, professor of sociology and gerontology, co-chaired the Strategic Planning Committee. 12 members on the steering committee and 74 members on 6 subcommittees. Let us thank these colleagues for their incredible work. This diverse team engaged campus through listening sessions, meetings, and website that engaged more than 600 faculty, staff, and students, and community members. They called the plan by the Myaamia word, Anjelin Dagkani. That means an instrument used to change how one thinks. The committee presented the plan to campus in May of 2019 and to the Board of Trustees at the June meeting, where it was enthusiastically endorsed. The plan is tactical, forward-thinking, and aspirational, a vision for our future and challenge to us to change, create, and respond while being agile, prudent, and smart with our resources. In August, our new provost, Dr. Jason Osborne, joined us and immediately was charged with implementing the plan. He has been engaging campus and has framed the recommendations into 4 areas with bold goals. Branded as Miami Rise, the recommendations have been categorized under 4 focused areas: research, scholarship, and artistry, innovation, student success, and engagement. I cannot cover everything today, but here I'll give some high-level overviews of a few bold goals. In terms of research, scholarship, and artistry, we continue to thrive as best in class with respect to our undergraduate research, providing students with an opportunity to engage with faculty through research few other institutions offer on the scale that we do. We will invest in faculty, facilities, and emerging degree programs that encourage engagement and creativity and advance scholarship and discovery. Through enhancing support for proposals, leveraging our new infrastructure for corporate and foundation relations, expanding our external funding opportunities, elevating our expectations, we will accelerate from the middle to the top of the R2 Carnegie ranking. And to elevate this effort, Provost Osborne has reorganized the leadership roles of research and the graduate school into 2 positions so we can focus more intentionally. Both searches are currently underway. Furthermore, searches for the Dean of the Farmer School of Business and the Dean of the College of Engineering and Computing have begun. In terms of innovation, we will enhance our Global Miami plan to create flexible and value added in a way that honors our rich tradition and institutional values. We will remain known for the deep and broad education that prepares students to solve transdisciplinary, grand global challenges and answer enduring questions of our time. We know our education founded on critical thinking, ethical reasoning, clear communication, and personal engagement on a residential campus positions graduates for a fulfilling life, a productive and successful career, and a community and leadership opportunities. More innovation will happen with the establishment of a top honors college that will redefine the idea of an honors college. Steeped in the strong Miami tradition of academic excellence and the liberal arts, providing distinctive student opportunities available at no other institution. These experiences will leverage the passion of our faculty who build mentoring relationships with students in deep and meaningful ways. The Honors College will be an incubator where undergraduates create now, not waiting until after graduation. They will be the architects of their future. We will empower our students with the freedom to support, to write their first novel, construct their first invention, conduct their first orchestra, write their first play, design a new school, publish their first editorial, submit their first peer-reviewed publication, or start their first company, all while they complete their degree. That is the Miami way, and it will distinguish our honors college and our university. We also must take more of a leading-edge approach in graduate and professional education, specifically +1 master's degrees, certificates, or implementing select high-demand doctoral degrees. The 21st century job market is seeking such advanced credentials. We must augment our best-in-class undergraduate education with degrees that serve our students and our public mission. We see this unfold with some new offerings and boldly creative funded master's programs. Some were approved this past year: business management and business analytics. We seek more emphasis at the master's degree level to create more postgraduate, transdisciplinary, and in-demand opportunities for our students. And in terms of student success, we are rethinking everything that we do, including our degree and major portfolio, advising, recruiting, faculty and staff development, and program reviews. We are pushing ourselves to achieve top metrics amongst public universities nationally for student success. We will be compared with the top 20 public universities in student retention, graduation rate, employment and placement, and closing the achievement gap. And we will study and implement services to advance our students' success. We will elevate our inclusive excellence and our unsurpassed residential campus experience, and committees have been formed and charged to advance student success strategies. And in terms of engagement, our students already serve as incredible community leaders, volunteers, and ambassadors wherever they go in the world. They inspire us. We will enhance their opportunities even more and make experiential learning and engagement a greater cornerstone for Miami students. Our career exploration efforts have grown just 1 year after a significant investment. More first-year engagement, more internships, shadowing, more professional experience, and connectivity with partners. We will continue to lead in study abroad and study away, boosting ways to gain intercultural competency and immersion experiences that serve students and society well. And diversity, inclusion, and inclusive excellence will remain a core value and top priority for us. This is not a separate goal, but integrated into all that we do to advance our institution. It is a vital part of our educational mission, preparing students for the diverse world in which they will live and work. And this is a whole new kind of strategic plan. It is not a 5 or 10-year blueprint set in stone. It is a living, dynamic, evolving process. The speed of change requires constant vigilance, not only to anticipate financial issues, but also to respond effectively to the creation of new fields and shifting workplace demands, real-time student needs, breakthrough discoveries, emerging markets, and other sources of unexpected challenges and opportunities. And finally, and third, I want to talk a little bit about the transformative university. While each of us probably has a slightly different idea of what a transformative university looks like, I think we can agree on several elements. At the transformative university, undergraduates are creators of knowledge, integral to our research and graduate programs in many ways. They leave as creators of new knowledge and agents of change. The future will be more partnership-oriented, establishing more connections with other universities, government, industry, not-for-profits, international organizations, hospitals, and numerous others. The transdisciplinary focus and lifelong learning disposition will be essential, maintaining strength in disciplines while constantly crossing boundaries. And students will study abroad, study away, and embed in companies and organizations for internships and immersive opportunities, redefining engaged learning. Graduate and professional programs will play an increasing and critical role in meeting the needs of students and society as demand continues to grow for postgraduate education and retraining. And resources will be repurposed into new areas and programs will be accelerated. And students will be increasingly architects of their own education and future, fashioning unique combinations of majors, co-majors, minors, and master's degrees. New programs will reflect this convergence and connectivity of disciplines. And there will be more online learning opportunities and hybrid online classroom experiences, utilizing artificial intelligence, leveraging technology for improved delivery and enhanced pedagogy. And there will be no substitute for a high-quality, four-year undergraduate residential experience with a strong liberal arts foundation. Transformational education involves the intersection of place, relationships, and the developmental stage. In order to provide the right space for this transformative university, we will reimagine our infrastructure. We will leverage our own resources and attract new resources to support our transformative experience, our mission, and our aspirations. That includes our physical campus. The Clinical Health Sciences Building, whose pre-construction phase was recently approved by the Board of Trustees, is only the beginning. It will be a contemporary space, open and collaborative, where our clinical work of nursing and speech pathology and new offerings such as the physician assistant program will be co-located. The Student Health Center will afford a full integration of students and opportunities for our students. Situated near the Rec Center, the Goggin Ice Center, Kinesiology and Health, it creates a concentrated locus of scholarship and practice in the health sciences. This health district will promote idea generation, partnerships, and research and curriculum collaborations across boundaries within the academy and beyond. This is the beginning of our reimagining the campus in the coming decade to accommodate our transformative vision. We need to improve proximity through new spaces to simulate transdisciplinary thinking, creative research and scholarship, invention and discovery, value creation, collaborations, and partnerships. What would a contemporary university look like if you could build it from the ground up today? This is more than a thought experiment. It is a real possibility as we consider what disciplines will bring synergy to solve enduring questions and the greatest challenges of our day. How can we achieve our aspirations through smart organizations, co-locating, and clustering? I have charged academic affairs and our finance business services to build our 10-year campus plan and how to fund it with cooperation and coordination top of mind. And our regional campuses are already rethinking their use of space and place. With infrastructure improvements, their commerce degree will now be taught at the Voice of America Learning Center in Westchester, also offered fully online. This is a commerce hub of sorts, now combined with a professional MBA program and the Butler County Small Business Development Center. Dean Bishop Clark is leading the charge to create other hubs and locations of strength, namely Hamilton for nursing and health professions, and Middletown for engineering technology. Amid all this change, we can be confident in the strengths and institutional values at our foundation. We hear the buzzwords, robot-proof and future-proof, all of the time, and the advances in data and artificial intelligence are real. Science and technology, mathematics and data will change the future, and we must prepare our students for that world. But the best preparation for the future, along with strength in one major discipline, is still an education in character and intellect that makes our students and graduates great leaders and citizens. When people ask me how to be robot-proof, the answer is quite simple. Be good at being human. You hear people talk about humanics or humanics these days, a combination of science and technology, quantitative and analytical knowledge, and the humanities. At Miami, we are already there. Our unwavering liberal arts commitment, integrated across campus in each discipline and major, is our strength. Our Humanities Center convenes a host of fields for evidence-based civil dialogue so vital to our time. Our Janus Forum invites intellectual debate in open inquiry and free expression. And our House Center for Writing Excellence equips our students and faculty for clear communication, a sought-after edge in the workplace today. And our faculty have created medical humanities and art therapy minors. Our science and engineering students graduate not only with top-tier knowledge and skills, but also with the ethical and moral fortitude to ask not only whether we can do something with technology, but whether we even should. And our data expert graduates have storytelling skills to translate complex numerical insights into accessible language. This is our strength. Our broad education equips students with exposure to new ideas, critical and deliberate thinking, transdisciplinary perspectives, self-knowledge, interpersonal empathy, inclusive respect, and transparent and robust integrity. Like most new graduates, they probably get their first career opportunity based on their major or particular skill set. Miamians then draw on the breadth of education that propel them to their first promotion, to greater responsibility, and onward to leadership roles. Miami graduates aren't just good at what they do, they are good at who they are. They connect at the human level. That is the power of Miami. That is the state of this university. The world is changing. We are responding effectively, but we are not passive products of that change. We are factors that produce change for good wherever we go because we carry the power of mission and purpose, core values that run deep through our community and each community member. And so I end where I began. This special place we all call home is founded on strong relationships and shared values. It has been a great year for Miami because Miami is a great place with great people. I thank all of you for your contributions, your humility and compassion, your wisdom and creativity, your service and leadership, and your relentless pursuit of excellence. Renata and I are grateful every day for you. We admire your character and leadership. We are inspired by your passion and compassion, and we are proud to participate with you in this vital mission. Thank you, and love and honor. Thank you so much. It's been a terrific year, and thanks for staying and listening to me. But I'd like to ask a favor, if I could. Provost Osborne, many of you probably already have met. He's been on the job for 8 or 10 or 12 weeks so far. But he's going to be outside and talking about the strategic plan. He's branded it, as I mentioned, as Miami Rise. And so he's going to tell you a little bit about that. And we'd love to have you stick around for a few minutes and go to the Shade family room over there across the hall there to share some thoughts and some ideas and listen to him a little bit about the strategic plan. And we wanted to show you a quick little video of it before we send you off to the Shade room.
Introducing our new strategic plan, Miami Rise. For more than 2 centuries, Miami students have excelled in and out of the classroom, emerging ready for success. Miami has thrived because our students have thrived. Yet today, higher education is at a crossroads, more important and more accountable than ever. Now is the time for Miami to shatter expectations, to pursue success fearlessly, to choose action over delay. Now is the time to transform Miami for the future. Anchored by Miami's mission and values, Miami Rise is built on 4 pillars. Research, scholarship, and artistry, enhancing our distinguished tradition of teaching and experiential learning. Innovation, embracing creativity and change to solve the world's great challenges. Student success, empowering Miami students to achieve their academic, personal, and career goals, and to aspire for more. Engagement, connecting Miamians with each other and with our communities to make a difference. Together, we will honor Miami's historic excellence while creating a future full of possibility. We will prepare tomorrow's leaders. We will welcome all to an inclusive Miami community. We will rise to the moment.